Hey there, electrical engineers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Rescue, Episode 17, Radio Repeater. I think 4 gas cans probably going to be enough once I fill these up. Oh, right. I never took the stuff out of here. It's too bad that shotgun is so beat up. That would have been a good shotgun to have during my little shootout. So the SUV is now all set. Where it's totally not going to start. And yeah, I'm just littering. I'll throw this stuff out. Oh, come on. Drag and drop. Yeah, the mod really isn't very clear about how it works. Oh, this pistol has a red dot on it. Nice. But we'll set up the repeater, as that's the only progress that I know for sure will be productive to make. And then maybe we'll start finding components again once that is done. And when I said I would throw things out, what I meant was I was going to throw them out on the ground here. Just in case I want them later. You know, I'm a hoarder, whatever. So if I'm heading over to a new town, I'm probably going to want to bring a sledgehammer with me so that I can secure a place to sleep on a second floor so I don't die. And that also means bringing some sheetrope so that I can go out the window. So I'll bring 4 sheetropes. I'll probably want more potable water as well. So I have some bottles on this shelf. Yeah? Yeah. I thought I did. Over here? Oh, maybe they're in the fridge. Yep. They're in the fridge. So these aren't the good bottles. These aren't... only 1 or 2 of them are bourbon bottles, which is better than the regular ones. Yeah, only 1 is a bourbon bottle. I could go to Lickety Split and max out, but I'm not worried about that. Cans of oats. And cereal. And mac and cheese. That's a lot of food. So I'll get this stuff in maybe the trunk of the car? Although, I might want the sledgehammer on me. Oh, that's not a sledgehammer. Because who knows if I need to take shelter quickly or something. You just never know. And then I'll also keep the cans of oats on me as well for food. Alright. Stick a water cooler in the trunk? I could go to Office Space and grab a water cooler. That's not a terrible idea. I would need to make an extra trip. But it's smart. Proper planning ahead. Other things I need to do is to make sure that my propane torch is maxed out of fuel so that it doesn't run dry. I think that's already true. Where is it? Almost full. There it goes. I've only got 29 nails on me, so I'm probably going to want at least 100 more in case I need to sheet rope a lot or something. They're pretty lightweight. So that's all set. If I went with a water cooler, I'm trying to think of where the closest water cooler is to me. Because I think that's a good idea, just because potable water is sometimes hard to come by. I mean, I might be able to find just like a water cooler in Riverside, but I shouldn't bank on finding it. There is a water cooler in this structure, so I'll just get the water cooler that exists in this warehouse and stick that in the trunk. I don't have to go very far for that. And then I need to make the repeater itself. I should have checked how much water is in this thing, though. I might need to fill it up. Oh, it's full. Perfect. All right. Got a decent amount of cigarettes. What about lighting sources? 5 letters and 2 bags of things of matches? Yeah, that's plenty. That's more than I probably need. Favoring it. I'll actually keep the antidepressants on. No, I already have antidepressants. So I could put the ones in my bag away. I'm worrying about things that don't weigh much, which is kind of silly, but whatever. Painkillers. I already have... These... I only have 1 bandage. No, I have bandages in my bags? No, I don't. Well, I feel like if I need more than 1 bandage, I'm probably already dead. So maybe I don't worry about that. And then the last thing is actually the repeater itself. So, that would be an electrical. And... I am not 100% sure I have all the materials for that. So 6 scrap electronics. Let's start collecting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A radio receiver and transmitter. So I might need to go and like scrap some radios or something. 4 electric wire. And 6 aluminum. So the aluminum I don't have. Box of screws. I only need 25 of those. $24. 25. A metal bars, metal pipes. So the aluminum, metal sheets, welder's mask. So I have the welder's mask. So it's really the aluminum that I need to be able to do this, which is something you get from just dismantling electronics. There might be some on the factory floor down here, the warehouse floor. That shouldn't be too hard to find. I just need to remember to like collect it for the future. I should also get 3 metal pipes. And 8 metal bars. That'd be pretty encumbered. Also, 4 sheet metal, large, and 4 small. So here's the 4 small. And I'll look for the large. I forgot to grab the electric wire, huh? I'll go back for it. It's probably going to be one of these situations where I like put everything in one big pile and then go collect the rest anyway, because it just weighs so much. I hope I have the metal bars. I mean, worst case scenario, I can go outside and break down fencing, because that will yield metal bars occasionally. Yeah, this might be like a multi-day prep. I was hoping to leave tomorrow morning, but there's still a lot left I have to collect. Okay, I got the sheets now. So 5 more bars and 4 more aluminum. And the other thing that will be important is, like, whenever I'm out and about, especially in places that might yield this kind of, these kind of resources, I need to burn it into my mind of collecting it so that, because I could definitely see, because I need 3 of them, I could definitely see a situation where, like, if I'm not careful about collecting it as I go, it takes me a long time to source the materials. Two more bars. And I'm standing on them because my, there we go. Because the recipe fulfilled. Alright, so electric wire is a big one. But I had that in my electricity box, so it's really the aluminum. And I don't think I didn't break down a lot of electrical stuff in this room. So that's probably not something we're going to get from within my base. I'll just double check this pile of stuff. No. Doesn't look hopeful. That's fine. It's not something that's like rare or hard to get. The electric wire actually concerns me more. That's a little harder to come by. So I have all but the aluminum. The welder's mask is just in my bag, so it's not being highlighted. One thing I could try is to go where I've broken down all the computers to the computer banks. But I think what I'll do is just I'm going to dump all the ingredients here. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's one of those things where you craft it and then you can install it. So I'll carry around the 2 aluminum with me, and the idea for tomorrow is to get some more aluminum. So if I'm not mistaken, there's also like a radio building that has a bunch of radio receivers in Louisville. I don't think it's going to be necessary to go over there, but that's obviously going to have a lot of the stuff I would need. Might be worth a trip at some point if I'm ever struggling on finding the resources. So I'll first check out the fried chicken place that had all the computers, see if I left aluminum there. The other way to get it is just to go to cars, strip out the radios in the car's dashboard, and break those radios down, because they are going to have a lot of that as well. Yeah, there's enough busted cars around here. I could just break the cars down. Wouldn't be unreasonable. Because these types of cars are not ones that I'm ever going to drive, so, like, stripping them for parts is not much of an issue. There's one. And I'm just going to litter. I'll keep the radio receiver because I know I need those in the scrap electronics. I don't really need the scrap electronics because I have so many. I have 70. But it's also what you use to repair generators. It's not bad to have. Got electric wire that time. Definitely going to keep that, but no aluminum this time. This vehicle here wasn't, like, in unreasonable condition. The other thing is, like, I'm not actually ruining the cars. I'm just taking the radios out. You can always put another radio in. It's not like I'm stripping them for parts beyond just one radio. It isn't a big deal. There we go. So 2 of... what was it, 6? Yep. Or 4 of 6, because I had 2 on me. The elusive toaster warehouse. I mean, this is working. Well, that one was premium. This van? Nah, it has some pretty bad body damage. Take that back. As you can see, the drop rate is, like, not particularly high. I was wondering if there was things on the shelf in here that either I left behind or would be useful, like radios or whatever. Not so much. Metal bar. All right, let's take it. I think the regular sheet metal is, like, not rare enough to go out of my way to grab, because that's pretty easy to find. Breaking down a lot of random metal stuff will yield that. If you're wondering why I'm passing it over. I'll take the metal pipe. Whatever, I'll take the sheet. There's really not a lot in here. Even worth having. Because total I only need, what, like 12 metal sheets? For all 3 receivers. It's not expensive. There. Now I have almost all the metal sheets I ever will need. Oh, so yeah, they swear that the additional putting down the receivers are not required for the more fragments. Interesting that I was not able to find fragments at all. But, you know, if someone more experienced than me says that that is the case, I'll believe it. A question to all of you. Should, in light of the fact that it is not required to put down a repeater, should I just continue slaying zombies instead of going to Riverside? Pretty verbose question, but there you go. Big old poll with a yes or no. Even still, I think it would be a good idea for me to try to craft my first repeater, just to have it. You know? And then maybe to have 3 repeaters at some point, just like crafted and waiting for me to have all the fragments. It is nutty to me that I got like 5 fragments of my first 500 kills and then 0 fragments my next 300 kills. The disparity, the stinginess hurts my feelings. A lot of ones. I should bring that coffee maker up. So the shelf next to my regular electronics, I think I'll put the radio receiver parts, which will be the one next to the couch, this one. But I'm still, regardless of how this poll shakes out, my current goal is to build the radio receiver, so I'm still working towards that. And for that, I only need 2 more aluminum. Come on, radios. Stop screwing me. There's one. I'm the radio bandit. Do I have any idea what kind of rarity it is? It's roughly like 1 in 100. But given chance, even if it's roughly 1 in 100, you could just be unlucky and not get it for a long time. Which is kind of what's happening to me. But I'm used to being on the struggle bus, so it doesn't affect me. Alright. Welder's mask on favorite. Craft 1. Yeah? Yeah, there it is. So the way this works is, you have to put the radio repeater, where the quest instructs you to. Which, for me, if I go to the extraction tracker, is near the Riverside Food Market, which is 7 kilometers away. But it's nice to have one for when I need it. When I leave town and got to... So I think what I might do is leave the police SUV just like all set and ready for a road trip rather than to strip it apart. Well, except I will take the car maintenance items out of the trunk, but I'll even leave the fuel. So I did build the radio receiver. I'm going to have you guys vote on what I do next. So out of this is going to be the jack, lug wrench, tire pump, and regular wrench. But I'll leave everything else in there. Ready to go on a long road trip. And I need to like move the car because it's parked in a way that I'm going to crash into it constantly. Also, probably don't need to run around with a sledgehammer anymore. And I'll put the can of oats that I have into the trunk. You know what I could do is I could take my other sledgehammer, my my damaged one, and leave it in the trunk of the SUV. I don't want to leave my, like, pristine sledgehammer in the trunk. But I'll leave the other one. So then the SUV is like... I can even put the radio receiver in there. Just like, so if I need to bug out, at least I have the radio receiver on me, because it was a little effortful to craft. It took a lot of resources. I don't see why not. So I got the receiver. And I'll switch sledge. It was, what, 12 kilos? Yeah. It's heavy, but not ridiculous. Okay. I'm all set for one receiver setup. And I know I've said this before, but the reason why I'm not setting them up, like, one at a time is leaving home means that zombies will start respawning around here. So if I set them up one at a time, I have to just deal with a lot more respawning zombies. Which, given the goal is to kill zombies, sort of, maybe it's not a terrible idea. But I still haven't made the decision to do that yet. So, you guys want me to kill zombies. How to kill zombies. Melee, firearms, or car. What's the best location to start? Are you new to Project Zomboid? Because my answer will vary a lot whether or not you're new to the game. If you're new to the game, I would say like Rosewood. And if you're not new to the game, Louisville, but you'll need mods for that. Muldra, if you don't want to use mods, or pick a new city, pick a modded city. You know, there's a lot of modded cities out there, and they can be a lot of fun. So far, car is winning. I think what I want to do is leave my Pimpmobile, my like purple car, as my everyday carry, or my everyday driver, and hotwire. Oh god, I didn't even put that stuff in the trunk. I just like left it on the ground. Hotwire a new vehicle to use it instead. Because I have a little sentimental value on that car. Plus, I actually own the keys. And physically having the keys to a car is nicer than having to hotwire it. The ideal vehicle for me would be like, oh, well, these are in good condition? No, they look pretty beat up. So the important things, there's not a lot of important parts when you're trying to kill zombies with a vehicle. You want something high horsepower or high torque, really, so that you can plow through crowds. And you want good tires and a good engine. And that's like kind of all that matters, because for the metalwork, you can kind of repair it. So this thing has laughably low horsepower for the type of vehicle it is. In fact, I have a feeling like if I check twice, it's gonna... No, it didn't change. But yeah, this thing would... Oh, annotated map. This thing would tug along like way too slow. Like it would get me killed. So I will not be using this, but I'll check out the map. So the hospital, storage units, and unlooted store full of zombies though. Well, that's at least a point of interest that I don't know about yet. So the unlooted store was this one. I'll just write myself a note. Loot. Might be a good place to go if I'm looking to kill zombies. Make sure that I got the annotated map correct. Yep, that was the right building. It might be worth checking out. It's very close. Yeah, exactly. But if you guys want me to kill zombies with a car, I'm going to need to... I need to find a good vehicle for that. The other van looks beat to hell. Alright, let's check these wagons. Every now and then the wagons will have, like, unusually high horsepower. 275? It's not in terrible condition. I mean, the trunk sucks. Oh, another map. Whoever finds this, I was Natalie Sigmundson, lecturer in the art... Oh, I know this message. They want me to go to the, secure the treasures of the art gallery. It really doesn't mean that there's anything there. What she does say is that there's a car, though. So, there's a car just east of the art gallery. Okay. That would put it here. And I'll add a note. Car. Okie dokie. Maybe I'll check out the step trucks. I mean, generally their weight to horsepower ratio is pretty terrible. But I don't need a perfect vehicle to kill some things, right? Yeah, this one might do. If I repair the hood a little bit. One of the tires, the front right, is a little concerningly low in terms of HP, but it might be manageable. So again, I'll reiterate, what I'm looking at here in order to analyze whether or not a car is going to be decent for running over zombies is engine quality. So the things that can stop a vehicle. Maybe I'll start with that. A dead battery, but that's not really going to be a concern as you're ramming zombies. Out of gas, but again, just make sure you don't run out of gas. If your gas tank does get broken, though, you will be able to put away from combat like a little bit. You won't immediately come to a halting stop, but like you don't want a gas tank that's about to break because that's going to be a problem. So engine, gas, and then tires are really, really important because once you have 2 popped tires, your car just kind of stops. And when you even have 1 popped tire, unless you have a really powerful car, your car is not going to be able to handle all that well. So tire HP, engine HP, and gas tank HP. And this car is pretty good. Engine's in pretty good condition. Gas tank's in pretty good condition. One of the tires is a little low, but that's fixable. That's workable. So I think the way to do this is to replace that front right tire of this car with a good front right tire of the other truck, and then use this truck to run over zombies. That's my plan. Oh, it even has bourbon. Wow. Bourbon in the glove box. That's not so good. Although this is from a distillery truck, so, you know, par for the course, I suppose. Yep. Oh, I have the keys to this thing? Wow, there's just a lot more bourbon. Okay. There's also another Band-Aid, which I will take. Bourbon and bandages. Like, were they planning on having car accidents? If I want to fix up that car, I'm going to need to get some of the car maintenance parts from home. Dark and black and red truck. Yeah, it's perfect for running over zombies. I agree. Gives me some Jeeper Creepers vibes or something. If I was smart, I would have poured the gas can into it already. So I'm just putting away the bourbon for later. Maybe I'll pay the extraction team in bourbon. They're like, thank you for saving me. Here's bourbon, as a thank you. And then my extraction shopper will crash because they're all drunk. Yeah, maybe it'll be a different gift, not bourbon. Can't believe my character's still not hungry. What's my weight at? 79 and up? Okay. So let's do a little vehicle maintenance and get that truck ready for slaughter. Actually, I'll just take all this. I'll fill the gas tank and then top up those gas cans. So in order to do vehicle maintenance, in order to switch tires around, you're going to want tire pump, lug wrench, jack, and I might not need a wrench in this case, but it's not bad to have. The other thing, which probably all of you know, is like there are 3 types of vehicles in the game. There's sports, heavy, and standard, and the parts of those types are interchangeable. So like a tire off of a heavy vehicle can be put on any other heavy vehicle, but a tire off of a sports car can't be put on a heavy vehicle or vice versa. So I can switch truck parts, vans, SUVs, all their parts are interchangeable. But I can't take a truck part and put it on a sports car or a regular sedan or something like that. All right, so I want to take the best tire here, the 88. Pull that off. And for that, I need a jack and a lug wrench. And a little bit of mechanic skill, but I'm level 3, so it should be fine. The other thing to note is, like, the tires also should be pumped up. So it's not just the HP of the tires, but also, like, how inflated they are. And depending on how I drive, the front tires might take the most beating. Another thing to do is to take some metal plates and get the hood up to perfect condition. Because when you hit things with the front of your car, you damage your headlights and your hood first. And then once your hood's gone, occasionally you will damage your engine. It's not guaranteed every impact will damage the engine, but but then once your engine goes to 0, your car's dead and you come to a halt. And if your car's surrounded, you die. And then tire inflating just gives you better friction, and a flat tire actually just simply falls off your vehicle. Like, hilariously. It will just, you can't even drive with a flat at all. Like, not even a foot. So it needs at least some air. So the tires of this thing are all good. You just get a little gasoline in it. And then a quick hood repair, and we'll be good to go. Why is my damage none? I'm really tired. I thought it was only drowsy. This is how you die, a drunk pilot. Oh, the cans are on me. All right. Perfect to mix with the gas fumes of filling up a truck and all my cans is to smoke a cigarette while I'm here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Rescue, which originally streamed live on Twitch, September 21st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community, it also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow zombie slayers.